Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, so big day. On my way now to Victoria to go ahead and meet with the seller at Palm Harbor itself and go ahead and close on the house. Yeah, it's a big day. I got everything I need to get closed. I signed every other thing I can online, so this will just be my real signature in person, and then I'll get, everything signed off and taken care of, and then once I'm done there, I did have to stop by Lowe's and get a couple more fittings for like I explained in the last video, for the water filter. And then once I get that, I'm gonna head out there. I did take off work today, so I ain't gotta worry about that. But I'm gonna head out there and go work on that plumbing a little bit. At least if I can get the filter hooked up and everything kind of joined together there. That way I don't have to. The last thing will be to hook it up to the main line and go ahead and test it for pressure. I'm supposed to meet with the contractor today. Got to lay out the house and kind of get the position and where we want it. I think his plan was to start bringing in fill dirt this week and start, getting it all leveled out and ready, prepped and ready for the concrete. Hopefully that'll be later this week or early next week. And then looking like maybe within the next 14 days or so, I should have the house in there. And then once we get the house there, they have 30 days basically to get everything buttoned up together, get it trimmed out. And then in that time, we'll of course get the septic, the water hooked up and power, etc., etc. So yeah, I'll bring you along today, and then where I can bring the camera, I feel comfortable bringing the camera, and then definitely when I'm working on the water filter, I'll actually bring you along with that. I'm gonna give you all insight on that little unit that I got. So yeah, I appreciate following along. See you there. All right, well, I guess a little update since I talked to y'all this morning. Everything's signed. I got everything done. Got all the paperwork done. Everything's ready to go. Contractor was out here this morning. I did not get to meet with him yet. I'll try to meet with him either this evening or oops, sun bad there. Try to meet with him this evening or tomorrow at some time during the day. But plan is they're going to start moving dirt and start the actual prep work, and then hopefully pour by the end of the week. Tentative right now, the house will be delivered by 12/20. So fingers crossed we get everything done. I did manage to stop by Lowe's and get a couple things that I need, I hope. They were a little shy on some of the 1-inch fittings that I needed, but yeah, I did grab a 90, and so I can go ahead and get this this section here done and get it tied into. I still need to bring a shovel out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a 90 on this and try to get this into the building today, and then go ahead and finish all the work on the inside. I did start a second ago, just seeing how everything's mocking it up real quick, but I did go ahead and the fittings here, I did get shark bite. I was going to use crimp-on, but they were out. I guess I didn't have much of anything. So I ended up getting some shark bite, 1 inch. So 1 inch will go into here. So water, this actually needs to disconnect. Here needs to go to here, and then this will route to back here, and then this will go out to the actual line to the house. So a little funky system. You would think that they would reverse everything, but guess not. But I'm gonna switch over to camera and film some of this while I'm doing it. I do have time lapse as well, so get some of this on camera. But everything did hold from the other day, so we were prepped and ready. So I just gotta start work on a few things. Yeah, go from there. Hopefully this PEX we can get it to actually bend, because it's a pretty tight little space right here. So, and this 1 inch isn't exactly made for bending too tight. So, but I'm gonna switch over cameras now. I'm gonna kind of start working on some of this, trying to get this knocked out before it gets too late. So right now it is 14:10, so not much time before it gets dark. So yeah, see you in a minute.
never would find my way. Sweet girl, straight from downtown, where I was just another face. They said that we should steer clear of each other, matches and gasoline, nothing.
So I'm gonna try that. I need about 32 inches. So, leave it back in. Idea what cut, rough. Grab a little bit more. Not enough. Alright, so let me try to see if this fits. I'm gonna clean it off now. But the idea is this should stretch to my water going in, water going to the filter system. Turn y'all around here. Sorry, we're working a new tripod, so. Alright. So, the goal is to stretch it from this opening here, right here, to here, which I think I just got right enough length. So, I'm going to try that real quick and see. Like I said, it did. Should be okay. But even with a little bit of heat applied, she still bows. If anybody's got any ideas on how to get 1 inch straighter, let me know, because you'd be a godsend. So, yeah, let me know.
Said we'd never make it, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, we're just getting started.
Alright, so a little bit of an update here. Got everything, so I'm trying to decide. So I have the pipe, turning you around, coming here. And so my plan was to punch a hole somewhere in that area, or higher, and then run the wire, what am I? Lose my mind, been a long week. It's only Monday. Long weekend. All right. So I'm trying to decide, because as of right now, cold water from the well comes to this fitting to the filter, goes through the filter, down. I had to loop it around with a 90, and this is the input side of the water softener. So, which you really can't see. Let me see if I can get a light on there for y'all. Right there. See, it's got an arrow in. So, I don't know why they decided to go in that direction. You would think left or right, but yeah. So, I'm thinking going out, straight through here, punching a hole, and just going straight out with PEX, 1 inch PEX, and then just tying, coming through, and tying in to that pipe. Which means I'd have to insulate that short section of PEX. The good thing about PEX, it's less prone to, it just expands versus actually bursting like PVC. So, not 100% sure. It might be best just to go out with the PEX, but because it'd be less connections. It'd be one connection out. I guess if I do it, I don't like it. It ain't but a few inches, six inches of that, plus another 2 foot. Wouldn't be much to go ahead and, yeah, it wouldn't be much to go ahead and just reroute it. So I guess we'll try it. But while I got this camera out, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all. So this is the, here, this is brand Aquasana. This is a Simply Soft 60,000 grain water softener. And then I got the, I guess it's this, the filtration system for sand and rust and calcium, etc. Just a pre-filter to go ahead and keep the softener from getting too gummed up. We do have a little bit of iron and calcium, we noticed with the camp house, because it's running a electric water heater, it picks up a lot of iron and then a little bit of a sulfur, and kind of you can smell it a little bit. It's not as bad since we took the electrode out, but it's definitely something we still notice long term. We can see the damage with the sink. It's got a lot of iron into it, so I do not want that in my system in the house, or nor do I want it you know, going into my softener. Just trying to stop all that, so much as we can with the pre-filter. So it'll go into the... So I think right now I'm gonna go ahead and just punch a hole through the wall and go straight out, and then position this as such, and then it'll make life easy. So it's one less connection, because that can kind of curve, and I can get pipe insulation, and it shouldn't be that bad as long as the wind, yeah. Or I go down. I could go down. I do have a 90, and I could go down and just cross, and then I would have to have another 90, because I'm not going to get out. I won't be able to get out, and this is going to be in this, and it's kind of going to be in this corner here, so which camera's not really doing a good job. Well, we're zooming in. There we go. So down there is where we'd have to go ahead and connect, which we'd have to run it right along this bottom here. So I'm not a fan of doing that, but at the same time, it's not overly complicated. So all right, let me knock this out, because we're running out of daylight, I guess. What time is it right now? Sorry. Yeah, we're almost at 3 o'clock, so try to get out of here at a decent time. I still got to put a chain on the fence so I can get that straightened out, but because they're going to be coming in and out with belly dumps and stuff. So yeah, let me do this, and then I'll get back with y'all. Okay, heat might have been the answer. We'll see if I got a good connection in here. Seems like it didn't go quite as deep. Might have cut a little short, but should work better. Didn't flatten out much, so we'll see. If I need to replace it, I've got 100 foot of PEX 1 inch, so you can always try again. Wish I would have done similar to that, but that gradual 90 there was just too much to get into the back. So yeah, okay. Well, I have it ran outside now. I'm not too happy with it, but it's not the end of the world. As of right now, I've got like a fitting to keep it protective in the tin. I'm gonna wind up putting a sealant there, an actual connector. I'm probably gonna 3D print something that can go through there. But she is all plumbed in. Hopefully everything works out. Let me go ahead and take you outside. And if I'm a little out of frame, I ain't got my screen out, but yeah, here we go. So as of right now, I have it ran, coming out, and that's actually cut off a little bit more than, way more than I needed, but I'm only gonna have like 6 inches, 8 inches exposed or so, and I've got a fitting with a 90, so it'll butt up right there, and I may not even have to come outside with a PEX at all, because I think I might be able to get that fitting into the wall there, but I gotta wait and see. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the water, and then go ahead and see kind of, you know, see if there's any leaks, if I need to change anything real quick. Fingers crossed, because I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. As long as she functions, we can always clean it up later, but kind of on a deadline here with the house coming literally next week, so I got to get this water pressure on and everything connected, and then I got to fix the other end, get that all tied in so I can get the in-ground. And that was one thing I noticed at Lowe's. They didn't have any in-ground covers. Their PEX was picked through. They were missing that. I feel like there was just a lot of stuff that was just not in stock, which isn't ideal when you're trying to actually go through and actually do all this. So this will be the fitting that I have. It'll be just be a barb fitting to 1.5 pipe, so 1 inch to 1.5 inch junction there, and then that should do exactly what I need to do and get us water out to the house. So yeah, so let's turn on the water and see what happens. All right, what are the chances? What are we thinking? low? Let's see. Hope I got everything right. Ooh. See anything here? But I do have it uncapped outside. So let me go out there and look and see, because it will fill this up fast. Once it fills up the tank, I won't be able to move it, but it's about where I need it to be. So I'm gonna go check outside. I don't have any way to cap it, I don't think, unfortunately, without gluing something up to this, and I don't want to glue this up. I don't see any leaks inside here though, so that's good. Everything seems to be holding. So I'm gonna go outside and see if it sprayed outside or not. There we go. Alright, she's not coming out here yet. I don't want it to go down in the hole. So, well, don't really have much choice now, do I? I'm the only one here and I ain't got no hands. So let me find something. There's a tire right here. See if I can put this on the ground. Oh, see if I can run into something and bite me. Oh, sorry, bad angles, I know, but I'm trying. I need my kids. Oh, let me set y'all down over here. Okay, I went ahead and got the time lapse on too. See if we get any water. Should spray out the back here in a second. Let's go ahead and get. Woo! Oh, we got a leak on a shark bite. Fun. Okay, let me just see if that pushes in. Hold on. Get y'all back on the tripod here. There we go. I was recording that whole time. Okay. Why are you leaking? Oh, air went. Snapped in that time. Alright, let's try again. I'm worried about my 90s more than anything in this joint. Well's kicking on. Where's my rag? Softener is filling up. You can hear it's almost full. Now I might be spraying outside. I don't know yet. It might be filling up. Let me go look. Perfect, she's full. There it goes. Yeah. So it was draining off. Yeah, I don't have any leaks. This, I don't like this. I may wind up fixing this later, just because of this bend, little bow right here. I might go straight with a 90 and put two 90s in here. I don't want another joint, but like I said, it's 1 inch. I'm a pain in the butt, but I don't think I have any leaks. We are plumbed in. There it is, there's the well. Alright, she's full. So now I need extension cord for now until I can run power for the actual unit. So this comes with a little class 2 power supply, 120 volt, 60 hertz, 0.18 amps. Let's see if it'll focus. Nope, it's not going to focus. Okay, well, whatever. That's the only power source that this has. So I think this unit with the filter was like right at 1,200 bucks. So, and 60,000 pellet, I guess the pellet load or whatever, should be more than enough for the 5 of us. So just want to make sure we don't have any buildup of anything. So let me get this plugged in and see if we can get that. I do not have any salt with me. I do have to go get salt. I gotta remember which my dad recommended one he uses. they like, so I'm gonna try to get that. But how's that right now? Let me get that powered on, and I might see if I can get the rest plumbed in. So, back in a minute. Okay. Now, I need to get this pipe set in the right position. Just a little off. So, will you stay there? I doubt it. Oh, she's in the way. Why wouldn't it be in the way? You too. Oh, I need a piece of... Hopper's gonna get me yet. That might be enough space. Kind of a cluster here. Damn gophers pushed dirt back in here. And I don't have my sharpshooter here. Go much. There's tools when you need them. There we go. Now I'm under the slab. Cool. Got some dirt there while I'm at it. Get this here. Smooth out a little bit. Oh, you would. Oh, that rain kind of made all this a little wet. It's crazy how fast it goes. All right. Let's see. There we go. That's pretty good. Check the other side. Should be able to tie in right there. And I think I have a tie. And put a rock underneath here. And I have some. Little center block that busted. Put that underneath here. Woo, hot wire. Be too big. Break it. Rub it over. There we go. Any of those watching, I hate plumbing with a passion. It's not when it'll go wrong, it's if it'll go wrong. One more. There we go, the piece. Right there. Just like that. That'll work. Cool. Well, let me go get the band. I have a band. Get that installed. All right, I'm done for the day. I've got got everything I needed to get done except for plumbing it. I need one. I think I'm gonna change how I run it out. I might just go through with a piece of PVC, do a connector, 90 it in, go down in the ground, and not even have the PEX outside. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and 90 it in. I'll have to get one more connector. I haven't picked that up in town, but yeah, I think I'm there. Just get a quick overview. So right now I've got an extension cord running from here over here now, just to keep this temporary, which it was beeping a while ago. I need to see if it does what it needs to do. But anyways, here I am showing the wrong thing here. But basically all this is plumbed in. Nothing's leaking. Seems to be fine. And then on the outside, which I've got to come back actually tomorrow, since I'm not going to be able to meet the guy. I got to get a pole saw. I think he wants me to cut some of this down, but out here, I said I'm just going to come in. I need to get actual spade from the house. A little shovel I got, a little sharpshooter. So I get that and knock out the dirt there where I couldn't get that auger all the way down, or trencher rather. But I think that's what I'm going to do. That'll be a project for later this week. I do have to go back to work tomorrow. Unfortunate, right? But I'm gonna leave it as is, shut everything down, and then yeah, we'll have to see where we go from here. Like I said, they did mark off. They were here today and did mark off. So let me see if they marked anything back here. But I know he said he's gonna have to bring in quite a bit of dirt, because he's got to get it up about 2 feet or so, get it leveled out, since we have such a downgrade slope. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, once I get the water connected, then I'll have to come up the ground, just put a ball valve there, and with the connection, I don't know what kind of connection is on the house, so I'll have to let them figure that out. Temporarily, I'm just going to have it as just a ball valve, so I can just pressurize it. So he didn't mark anything out here, just my original marks and the marks from the electric poles. So, but let's see. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but over there between those 2 poles, we went ahead and we took down the fence. It's just a hot wire. We'll run that tomorrow. That's where they're going to travel from. Now they're going to go through the gate, and then they did drive over here. See their tire marks. So, oh yeah, they drove all through here. That means they probably drove over my trench. So, but yeah, kind of have an idea. We'll see. And then I said we'll get it laid out tomorrow, and hopefully they can get it all done by the end of the week, and then get it laid out tomorrow as well, which means I'm probably gonna have to work from here, since I do have my Starlink up. So I'll probably just bring my laptop and answer emails, do everything I need to do from here, and then yeah, go from there, and that'll give me a chance to work on stuff while I'm out here. But all in all, successful weekend, and today was pretty good. I'm happy this is moving as fast as it is, because kids are excited, I'm excited, I'm ready. Because that house we were in was built in '67, so, you know, with the problems we've had with it, it's not the best. A lot of plumbing issues, and then now there was a couple electrical things going on, so we were trying to get out of there because it needs a good remodel, and I'll go ahead and wind up selling that place probably pretty quick. So, but yeah, until next time, like I said, I'll bring the camera along, edit when I can. I'm probably gonna edit all this today, because this is a pretty good long video, and then kind of keep everything pretty consistent this week, I hope. So yeah, hope to see you on the next one. Thanks.